Have you ever seen a small studio full of some developers who still have a passion and most importantly are not so greedy, gluttonous, money-grubbing like EA or Ubisoft? You damn ins. I'm not beating around the bush, you saw the title. I am today looking at the game that crashed Steam stores. The game that has been developed in the past 7 years, spitting in the face of big-time company Rockstar. What? And most importantly, Activision. Learn from them, goddammit! Today, we are reviewing the game that was announced as a DLC to the famous and my main inspiration source to do reviews, Hollow Knight. I am talking about Silksong. Before we start though, I'd like to shout out my friend, Harry. He's starting out new and he streams Silksong every Wednesday, so make sure you check him out, eh? And tell him Dark Alliance says hi.
That's fine.
Silksong is an indie Metroidvania game developed and published by the beloved Australian developer Team Cherry a few days ago. The game sets the bar high enough for AAA games to begin, having an optimized performance, enough content to keep you engaged, and reasonable pricings. The game follows the famous character from the first game, Hornet, as she is taken by some bugs to a citadel in a land called Farloom. She breaks out of her cage and for the first few minutes of gameplay suffers from something where she is unable to walk, like, walk you goddamn bug, and then collapses just for an old bug to wake the freed captive, after which we set out on a journey to reach the citadel. The game offers a lot more than the first game, with a variety of attacks including the one you may have seen in popular videos, you know, the dive attack, which in my opinion looks so sick. And unlike the first game, the bind, which heals you, can be done on ground and in air and you don't need to hold, giving you a lot of leniency in my opinion compared to the first game. You have skills such as Silk Spear, which is a silk cutting enhanced thrust. The game also offers a new mechanic, which is tools, in which you can equip instead of the charms from the prequel. Tools can be a compass for your map tracking, or daggers, which are crafted from a collectible dropped by enemies called shell shards. And by the way, tools have slots. These slots are like tool types, in which you can only equip one tool in each tool type. Not to mention, there are now quests to make the game progression more worthwhile, and you know, add more hours of gameplay, totaling about 30 hours. The game currency are beads collected from certain enemies and some bead knots found around the map, much like the first game. Instead of having shells or whatever the past game was, you have beads. And like other indie platformers, the game offers movement skills ranging from dashes, double jumps, etc. The designs of the game are almost identical to the first Hollow Knight game, with some touches done here and there to have a more unique style, telling the two games apart. The music is great, the characters are as annoying as ever. Nah, just kidding. They mostly sing in foreign language. One of the NPCs is called Chakra, more like Shakira. It's just that she sings, and the name is kind of similar. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a homage. This NPC is responsible for selling maps of all areas to you. Hornet is the same old design from the first game, with voice lines that I know some of you are so down bad for. I mean, if some of the fanbase did those artworks on X, I could only imagine how bad some of the fanbase can go. Like, what is this? The area designs are great. However, in my opinion, the lore is a bit obscure, just like many Metroidvania games. However, unlike the first game, there is a given goal and it's straight to the point, go to the Citadel, which in my opinion is welcoming to players new to Metroidvania games who would like a design beginner friendly, though I don't think the boss placed in the first few minutes of the game is that much beginner friendly. It's more targeted to the old players who have been waiting for the past 7 years, much like Dark Souls 3 and Blasphemous 2. Not much of a tutorial, straight to the point. You are given a boss, even though it's easy, but it acts like a pacemaker for the rest of the game, to show that they mean some serious business. Concluding this review, the game is new and fresh out of the developing studio, with great boss fights thrown around, good music used, like efficiently used, a clear narrative with straightforward objectives, as well as a good price, standing at $20 to embarrass other AAA titles. Can't you just learn from some people? It baffles me that some AAA titles came out the past few months just to be forgotten in the next month. Like, man, you need to step up your game, like, for real. It's also a very good beginner-friendly design for players new to Metroidvania games. Even though the fanbase is down bad, I wouldn't want to anger the Hollow Knight community. I already did anger some of them for this. So for the sake of good game design, and most importantly the passion of the team, I give this game a perfect 10 out of 10. Never hated the prequel, and the sequel came to set the bar even higher. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, share the video with your friends. We're close to the 200 goal, and I'd like to hit it as soon as possible. And yeah, if you want to see more from this channel, make sure to drop a like, right? I will see you when I'm back to the homeland, comrades.